No, I think I'm live. I think I am live. I think I am live. I think. I'm sorry that I'm a bit late. But I am here. I'm just making sure it's not been going through my microphone. It's apparently not going through my microphone, so that should be good. But yeah, I am. What I'm going to do uh, is I will be watching. That doesn't affect my camera, does it? I hope it doesn't. I will be watching the episodes live with hopefully someone here. Don't mind me as I open my bag of sweets to chew on for the next hour and a half. But I appreciate anyone who will jump in at any time to. Sorry for the noise. Sorry for the noise. But I will appreciate anyone who jumps in at any time. So I will start when it hits 6:30, and we will start with Monday's episode. Let me just open the bag. There we go, so I can just go in and out. But yeah, I unplugged my headphones, and then my headphones came through the microphone, like everything came through it. So I was just figuring that out. So yeah, that's why. But I guess I will start the first episode. So I'm watching the 8 of the 6th. Is that right, Piggy? Piggy? What's going on here? There we go. It is the 8 of the 6th. Let's go. Now again, just to test, that's not coming through my microphone. It's not that. No, only the only noise coming through my microphone is my. No, it should just be my bloody thing. Just pause it very quickly and hear the backup. Alright, so it is. There we go. That's good. Anyway, so I'm going to resume now. So it's the 8 of the 6th. I will read chat because I'm by myself, so just treat it as a watch along. Max getting rid of Fine China. Fine China, I should say. And Kevin Nash is back there. All I know about this episode is George gets injured. That's all I know. So, hopefully we should be up by the time it comes 7:30. We should be up and ready to do Wednesday's episode, but who knows? Obviously, George is a bit angry, so yeah. I think George is having a valid crash out right here. So he is. Like, well, it's not the same as taking Saudi money, but it is on the same level you are taking a racist money. Whereas if you take Saudi's money, you're taking blood money. So it's one of the two, I would assume. Well, I might go to prison. I can't go to prison. I'll be a bottom bitch. Okay. She said yes. Joe, Big Joe. We love Big Joe. Oscar pierced his arse because he sat in a vase. That'd be funny if they actually somehow went. It's actually not Max's wedding. It is actually fucking what's his face, Howie's. Oscar is a tall bloke. I don't know if he's just like two small people, but he is a tall bloke. He is a tall bloke. Oh, God. Give me a second. What the fuck is up there? Why am I dropping so many frames? Why the bloody hell am I dropping so many frames? Why the fuck am I dropping so many frames? I am very confused of why I'm dropping frames. I don't know, I'm just gonna continue, I guess. I've no fucking clue. Sorry about that, I was just fucking checking stuff. Early start, mate. Yeah, Hello, SD Cricket fan. Sorry, if you see drop frames, I'm sorry about it. I do not know what's going on with my Wi-Fi, but I am watching the 8 to the 10th. I'm currently on the 8 of the 6th. I'm about 14 minutes in, but I spent half of it being a doze and just being like, why am I dropping frames? You know what privileged YouTubers do, you know? Good news for us. Yeah, you get to tell me how much you've enjoyed this week so far, and talk about whatever you want, and I'll listen. I'm just doing this because I don't want to watch these episodes by myself. I want viewer engagement. And what have you been up to, SD Cricket fan? Well, excuse me, sorry about that. Sorry. Hello, Alfie. Again, for people here, I'm watching the 8 to the 6th. I'm about 14 minutes into the 8. 14, 15 minutes in. If my camera is a bit shaky, just know I'm just moving the microphone. And yeah, let me know if frames do drop. I can't help it at the moment. I've tried most stuff. I've installed a lot of uninstalled a lot of games, and yeah, so I bloody can't tell you. But yeah, I'm currently on the 8. I'm hoping to have these episodes watched by half 7, so I can live watch the half 7 episode. But again, I don't know if I will make it on time. If I don't and I'm 10 minutes behind, it still doesn't matter. I will still commit to the bit and watch the 10th. So again, hello everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. So yeah, George is currently talking about his past with Eddie, Mad Eddie. You know. So how is everyone, anyways? And if people like this, I can make this a regular thing, or I could just do daily streams, one or the other. So whatever people want. I also did go to Burger King earlier on. It was Noah's birthday, so we went to Burger King. I paid for it, and I got a big cup, so I put Pepsi in it. Had to change the straw. Fucking Ah, Yolanda, calm down. He can always get spinal reattachment surgery or whatever. Yolanda, wearing, muttering motherfucker, I assume. Denise is snugged up like a bug in a rug. Jack is currently crying. And so would anyone in that situation, to be fair. Oh, Max is getting on his knees. Well, if he can, he gets dodgy knees, I'd assume. He murdered your son, just saying. Nice ring. Is a nice ring. I'm just gonna pause this for a second while I just remove some stuff from my OBS. Just bear with me for a second. Should have done this ages ago, but I didn't. Yeah. I think it's the iPlayer actually that fucking dropped my frames. My frames are going down, so I'm just bear with me for a second. What is the Luke PNG? Oh, it's that. Well, fair enough. Yeah, removed. Yeah, removed that. There's the Anthony PNG. There's that. Alright, that can be removed. Uh, do, do, do. Moved. That can be removed. That can be removed. Can be removed. And that can be removed. I just need to know what the fuck this is. Anyways, back to the episode. Just gonna do a cheeky reload of it and hope that it's Is it real? Who knows? Just saying, he murdered your son. You held Bobby Beale accountable for 600 years. Why aren't you holding Max accountable? Is he just that good in bed? Is he that just good at? Is he just that good in bed? You're just gonna get knocked the fuck out. We found out George has a dodgy hip. I don't know what I was trying to say before dodgy. What the fuck's going on here? There's also one there. Why am I getting a good chuckle out of him in the fucking wig? He's a caveman. I would let him back in my jungle. Well, Max is with Priya again. Alright. What the fuck is this camera? George got hit. George got hit. Guys, this is the duff. George, George, don't die on me, George, you bastard. Don't die on me. Don't die on me. He's not dead. He's even the flash forward, so. Don't die on me, you. Oh, he's down. No. Max just really can't help himself. He can't. He can. The minute he smells pussy in the air, he's gone. He's like a wild animal. He goes knee deep in the jungle like Bear Grylls, excluding when Bear Grylls usually sleeps in a hotel room and lies that he's out in the jungle. Sometimes he doesn't have a travel lodge to sleep in, but most times he does. Sponsor Penguin is serious cat, I'll have you know. I take very pride in sponsoring my penguin Jerry. I'll have you fucking know, you daft bitch. Also, why is Kat having this conversation with her? Why can't Zoe, the mother, have the conversation with her about this? That's my question. That's just a food for thought. Why can't Zoe be the one in this scenario asking her the question? What to get her for her birthday? Because she is the mother. I know Kat's the grandmother, but still. For the kids. Yeah, for the kids. The kids. Not in that way, but up the kids. I was a big supporter of the Kids Lives Matter protests. Where was I didn't know he's brain damaged. Hello. You didn't really kill him, though, did you? By technicality, you didn't. He choked on his tablets, George. The only thing you did was prevented him. Sorry, but he didn't really kill Eddie. When you, I'm just saying, it wasn't really his fault. He drank the water, sure, but again, he didn't really kill him. Again, it could be highly debated. I'm not in court, so again, if I went to court in EastEnders, he would have legs to stand on, but I don't know about real court. Not in a position to judge. Watch Nicola blame Harry. That went. This is interesting, folks. This is interesting. Sorry if you hear my computer in the background. It is a fuck off loud computer, I know. But yeah, this is interesting. Is this where we get the surprise return, or is the surprise return this week? Oscar wrestles with his feelings. Wrestle with Jimmy. That is the. Do you think you could beat Mark in the boxing ring? SD cricket fan. No. First off, he's an American. I am not trusting an American in a ring with me. I am scared already being in a ring with a tall fucker who's built like a fridge. Second off, he's American. I would be terrified of what he could do. Those Americans are fucking weird fuckers. I am terrified of what he could pull out and what contraption he could use. Now, I'm not going to say good, because that's stereotyping, but he is an American, is all I'm going to say. And thirdly, different weight classes. He's probably in the heavyweight. I am in the fat weight division, or featherweight, whatever it is. I am in the Butterbean Boxing League. If anything, the only person I could probably take on in a boxing match is bloody Johnny Knoxville or Butterbean. Even then, so I could see Johnny Knoxville knocking me out. But being knocked out by Butterbean would be an honour. Even being knocked out by Beetlejuice would be nice. I think his name's Beetlejuice, is he? Well, is that his name? Hold on. Surely you can take. I could take on Billy. What is small? I'm just gonna Google small fella. Because is that his name? Is that his name? That's his name, Beetlejuice. I could take on Lester Green, Beetlejuice. He was born in 1968. What age is he? Okay, he's 58. I could take on Beetlejuice. He's 58, prime of his life, like when Jack Paul took on all those old fuckers. I could take him on, and I could fuck Beetlejuice up. I say that Beetlejuice could probably knock me out, and hopefully everyone knows who I mean by Beetlejuice. I don't mean the the other one. I mean the Michael Keaton Beetlejuice. I mean the little black fella. But surely you could take on Billy. I could, but again, he is a Mitchell. And you know who else is called Billy Mitchell? The famous not cheater Billy Mitchell. So again, he might be in cahoots with the actual Billy Mitchell. So I would be terrified. 5-star frog splash. Jesus, SD cricket fan. If I did a 5-star frog splash, somehow I would tear my legs apart and probably fracture my wrist. What if I have figure four? Followed by a figure four. I reckon I could do a figure four. That I reckon I could, but I wouldn't be able to apply it correctly. I wouldn't be able to apply a figure four correctly, but I would be able to at least attempt it. It'd actually be a great rest. I'd be, I'd be one of those going into the south, like bringing a fucking. My one of my favorite out of context wrestling promos is New Jack, where he has to talk about where he's obviously in Smoky Mountain Wrestling. He struggles to get out of the cage, stop being arrested. Let me have this, Ash. Let me have this. Ash could take me on in a fight. He'd probably win, but he could take me on. But one of my favorite out of context promos was when New Jack was in Smoky Mountain Wrestling, I believe, and obviously he was getting a lot of heat because obviously he's a black lad in the South. I believe it was the South, but he was. I take it seriously as well. Piggy's getting chin. If you've seen my chin, but yeah, New Jack was obviously cutting a promo, and then he just goes, "And New Jack, keep up the," or New Jack goes, "Oh, OJ, keep up the great work." Fucking boils me every time I see it. Mate, you can't chin me. I've the Great Ali chin. You won't be able to chin me. Face Biggie sees before his world collapses. That's the face I see when I get told I'm not being paid this month. because I brought up a counselling estate agent Jeffrey Epstein. That chin wouldn't even wobble. Yeah, that chin wouldn't my chin wouldn't wobble. You chin my I've got the Inoki chin. Well, I don't have that level of I don't have the Inoki chin, but I do have a Greg Ollie chin. Uh, Josh is wearing a tiara. Obviously, it's uh, it's because Aaron Tiara's not in the show now, so he can wear the tiara. I will say this week has done a really good job of making me root for Jasmine. I'm still not rooting for her. Out of the two, Josh is the better one in my eyes, and I do want to see Josh and Oscar, but I don't know. Justice for Ravi and Jasmine now. The SD Cricket fan is going to be the next executive producer, and Ravi is going to be pushed up to the top of the ranks. They're going to politic Ravi into everything. Maybe I'm just coping because I have a lot of shit. Ash, can I ask you, are you mad at the scene with Kat talking to Jasmine both together for her birthday? Because I know, to me, that scene should have been with Zoe. To me, it should have been Zoe instead of Kat because it would have been make more sense for Zoe. To me, at least, because she spent so long looking for her kids, and now she's got them, but she's not even there for the birthday yet. I know she'll probably re-emerge tomorrow or today, I guess today, but still, just feel like in that scene instead of Kat. Yeah, yeah, but even if you're not trying to be overbearing, you would try and grasp like your kid. I haven't seen you in about 20 odd years. What do you like? DTE. Oh fuck! I'm getting flashbacks to Benoit. Kind of sort of unapologetically, whilst always trying not to come across you. Yeah, but to me, I would want Zoe to at least be there to like talk to her daughter. Yeah, well, I just prefer Zoe to be in Kat's role than Kat being like to me. Zoe would be perfectly in that role. Go on, Oscar. Go on. Fuck this relationship up. I don't want straightness in my EastEnders. I want gayness. Give me the gayness. Give me the gayness. Fuck off, Jasmine. I don't care about you. Where's Josh? Your own fault. Your dad's dead. Well, you're not your real dad. I don't think Oscar's a prick. He's only trying to inform her. Hey, he's got CTE, Nicola. You know what CTE does to your fucking head? It makes you crazy. No, I don't feel sorry for Jasmine though. I am team Josh and Oscar. Even though if I'm being honest here, I don't care about either. Yeah, Oscar's in the bad books, but to me he could do no wrong. So it's not Oscar's fault, it's Jasmine's fault. To me. Oscar can do no wrong. Why are you team Jasmine? I thought you liked the gays, Ash. You're going against the alphabet mafia. How fucking dare you? Ash is doing a bit here. He's going against the grain. He's not cheating though. Oscar's not cheating on Jasmine. He's doing nothing wrong. Oscar is not cheating. He's not. It's not cheating. If do you not know the rules of gayness? If you cheat, if you're straight and you cheat on someone with a gay person, you are showing your true feelings that you are a bisexual king. Okay, it's not cheating. It's cheating if he done it in front of her, but it's not cheating. He's getting back shots. Exactly. How's it cheating? He has his socks on when he's taking the back shots. Well, no, to me, he's not doing. He's doing the back shots. He's doing it. He's not getting it. He's more of a pitcher, not a receiver. To me, at least, because Josh does come across as a bottom, but that's just my take. That might be controversial, but Josh is a bottom in this scenario. I know that's a bit probably too TMI, but I'm turning gay. These cheating rules seem very fair. Yeah, see, that's how it works. If you're dating a straight woman and then you break up with her or you cheat on her with a gay man, is it really gay? Is it really cheating though? That's the real question. Can't be cheating because you're not cheating on her with the part of the same gender as a female. You're cheating on them with a man, so it's not really gay. Plus, what are they going to do? Yell at you for cheating? You're bisexual. What are they going to do? How dare you sleep with someone else? Well, to be fair, love, sometimes I like dick, sometimes I like pussy. I am not a disgrace to the alphabet mafia, I'll have you know. I do not give a single shit about Jordan. Ian is in the right here. He was just doing his own honest thing. Can a man not have a drink before he drives? There's a lot of hospital scenes lately. This is very weird. You better not have to put up with these texts on the watch party. You will. Defense cheating, but will allow poor innocent Jordan to do the Peter Griffin. Exactly. Ow. Ow. Or if it was British Peter, it was bugger. Bugger. Look, I'm team. Neutrally, I'm gender neutral. I don't give a shit about either party. But in this scenario, I'm team Josh. I was not a proper Slater backhander. Little Mo did better fucking slaps than that, I'll have you know, cat. Fucking Alfie Moon did better ones going down the stairs, I'll tell you. Yeah, there is, cat. Don't forget 8 years ago when you slapped the shit out of your partner because he blamed you for the most horrific thing that happened to you. Remember that, cat? You seem to have forgotten it in recent years, cat. Just saying. There's Minnie Mo's on the screen. She's not really a dwarf cat anymore. Cat, don't go and ask him. You know the rules of a soap. You're going to catch them cheating. Go on, Josh. Snog him. Snog him, Josh. Snog him. It's not cheating. The Bible says it's not cheating. Yeah, touch his body. Touch his body. Yeah. Yeah, come on. Come on. Suck him. Suck him. Suck him. Go on, this is dirty. This is dirty, boys. This is what separates the boys from the men. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We love it. We love it. See, cat, you've walked in the soap 101. You're gonna catch them snogging. You're uncomfortable. Well, I am not. I am extremely horny at this. Look at these two brave men kissing. You couldn't see this nowadays. Bloody on walk BBC. Oh my god. Cat, are you not ashamed? Are you ashamed of two homosexuals kissing? Are you ashamed of that, cat? I thought I knew you better, Kathleen Slater. Right, I will start in a minute. I will wait till 7:30, which is just a minute's time. But still, I did somehow end up to do it on time. Don't know how I did it with a minute to spare, but I did. So yeah, Team Josh, Team Josh. But yeah, this has been an all right week. The week after the night, everything changes. Three, oh excuse me, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Did it. Did it. New chair tomorrow, yeah, 'cause your fat ass sat on it and broke the other one. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I'm only saying sorry because he pays me sometimes to do these streams. He doesn't pay me, but he pays me afterwards. been called fat twice in a day. I know. It's my one joke. I usually get called fat, so I'll just there's Mini Mo. Mini Mo, eat the fucking cake. How can I if you not spell the cake burning? Is it silly? Yeah, surely, right? And I might be wrong here, right? But surely, in the environment of a Queen Vic pub, surely you would have smoke alarms in your flat, in your like, even if they're not working, you would have smoke alarms in your like thing. Good evening, Piggy. How are you doing? I'm doing good, Daniel. Thank you. You've missed me being excited about one homosexual and one bisexual man kissing. That was all the intrigue was, and me yelling at Jack because Jack is being a dick because he is still being mean about Ian. Actually, all the Trumans are being mean about Ian for no reason. Ian did nothing wrong. But yeah. Well, I don't know how he could not smell. Like, surely there would be smoke coming out of the oven. I know the oven door is closed, but surely the smoke would be coming out of it. Or at the very least, you would go. Like, they did notice. They did notice. Like, oh, Sandra. Yeah. But I do not know how Alfie did not smell the cake burning, unless he has a blocked nose or a flu. So what? What? Having champagne at 8:30 in the morning is certainly. Well, you're telling me they were cooking a cake at 8:30 in the morning. Happy birthday, Jazz, says Zoe. Say it to our fucking face then. Here's Jordan, the kid who didn't learn the safe cross code and got hit by a fucking bin. Jazzy, I don't give a shit. You were mean to your kid. Why should I feel sorry for you? I forgot there was a sweet left on my desk. Guess I will chew this sweet. Hello, Jonah Smith. Hello. Or Joanne. I keep calling you Jonah. I don't know why. Go on, Oscar. Don't yell at him, Cat. Don't yell at him. I think this week's episode's better than last week. Well, yeah, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Of course, it's gonna be better because he didn't hype up this week on me being like the night after everything changes. Like, sorry. Hey, Cat, don't call it queer. It's not queer. It's queer. Get it right, you leopard print bitch. Okay. So it was all hyped up last week. Too much story has got meaning this week. Yeah, well, of course. I'm just saying, if you hype up a week, if I go to you, I'm making a 5-star meal. I'm gonna put it in the microwave. Like I just get a TV dinner. It's not gonna be as nice as when I can bring back a fish. I bring back fish and chips the following night. Is it because you didn't hype up the second dinner? You only hyped up the first one. That's how I describe it. I don't want my references of food, but still. Where the hell is George? Oh, he's at his restaurant. But yeah, this week has definitely been better than last week. But I am Team Oscar and Josh. What do you honestly think of the executive producer now? Finding it very dark. The storyline's just got a very dull feel to it. Are you saying the storylines have got a dull feeling or they're very dark? I'm sorry, I'm a bit confused on the wording. Do keep in mind I am dyslexic and sometimes overthink the words that shouldn't be overthought and then don't overthink the words that should be overthought. I don't know how to describe it, but just make it a bit more clearer to me. Explain it to me like I'm dumb, like I'm a 5-year-old, but going by your explanation, I'm assuming they've just got a dull feeling. But yeah, I've said multiple times that he didn't land Christmas, he didn't land the anniversary, and he didn't land last week. I've no. Ian did nothing wrong. Sorry, hold on. Ian did nothing wrong. Chelsea, you can't play the victim now. You yelled at your child because you wanted to get a dick down. Yeah, this is what I like to see. Wholesome, wholesome. I would cry in Dean's arms. But what do you think of the? Well, as I've said, he failed Christmas and he failed New Year's, and then he failed the anniversary and last week. So I don't really see, like, I honestly don't feel this executive producer is good. But again, as Ash always reiterates, which I always butcher that word, but as I always say, as he says, you've come off a strong executive producer, and now you like are feeling the effects of when someone else takes over. Yes, it's not the worst it's ever been. There is truly worse years, 2018. Just stealing Ash's bits, but there is 2018, obviously, and there is most of the 2020s up to 2023. Yes, I know that like there are a few years I've just named, but it is just it's not as good as the previous eras. But again, nothing could beat the previous era because to me the previous era seemed like it was all planned out, whereas this does feel like the Who Killed Lucy Beale sort of planned out, where there's no real end goal and we're just going note to note. But that's just my honest opinion, and I feel like there is no real point. Like instead of having like we're going to go from A to B to then that will lead to C, which will then lead to D. It's just going. We've got A now. We'll figure B out in 6 months, then figure out C in about 2 other months, and then figure out D in advance. To me that's how I see it. It's not as like planned out or thought out as I see it. But I could be completely wrong on that. But that's just how I see it. Whereas the last era, excluding some hiccups like the Reese, but and obviously 2025 January and some of 24, well most of 2024, but like that's just. Oh, am I still alive? Hold on. Oh, I am. I am. Okay, but like I said, there is some worse errors. There is worse errors out there, but yeah, the same feeling as when Lucy was killed. It's like a grey cloud over his sentence. Yeah, because to me, and I know this just sounds like a silly thing, but I prefer when things like seemed planned out, then just going fuck it, we'll go from here to here, and fuck it, we'll figure something out. Because to me, Chris Clencher had most of how he was going to bring 2022 up to 2025. Well, mostly in 2023, I'd assume, from how he was going to go to Christmas to how the 6 was going to end. And yes, the 6 can be debated till the clouds come home that the aftermath was shit, but the beginning was good. The Christmas episode, that is. And some things did drag, like obviously the 6 did drag, but to me it was a lot better and a lot stronger than the stuff here. And that's just my eyes. I know people will see different, but again, I like the color yellow. You might like the color green. We'll differ on different things, and yeah, that's just how I feel. I don't like the direction. I don't see that there is a direction, but that's just honestly how I am, and yeah, that's how I will. That's just how I feel. Dark and dull. Yeah. I don't really see that as a dark and dull to it. To me, there's just it's not even dark and dull. There's just nothing behind it. The lights are on when no one is home. If that to use that expression, because that is the expression I could use. Josh, don't feel sorry for Jasmine. Just don't. You'll get over it. There's Baby Ivy. I think it's Baby Ivy. Oh, go on, George. Go on the swing. Whee! I want to go down the slide, Nicola. I want to go down the slide. Bring me down the slide. He gets stuck in the slide because he's a 60-year-old man. They have to pry the slide off him. Well, I don't like to bring back to your point. I don't see the fact that there's a grey area over this. It's just dull. It's not even dull. There's just nothing there. It's like eating toast, but without putting butter on toast. You're just eating the bread. Like, you want butter, you want ham, you want fucking something like that in it. You just don't want plain nothing toast. You know. Maybe you put honey on it, butter and honey, or just honey. There's absolutely nothing to this. I will say, George does do great expressions. Just checking. Well, this is going to be explosive. I know what the Duff Duff probably is. It's Cat revealing the truth, and then tomorrow's episode's going to take place after it. Even though I do believe Ian is a reformed person, like he would fall for reform, I do feel like he does care about some people on the square, and I do feel like he does have a heart and does care the fact that he accidentally hit a child. But do I feel sorry that he hit a child? No, I feel sorry for him because he left a dent in his car, so that's what I feel sorry for. Again, I'm mad at Chelsea because you yelled at your child, and now you're playing victim that the child was hit. It's your own fault, really. A quirked up white boy. Who the fuck is quirked up white boy? I'm sorry, I've just got a notification from Steam that somebody in my friend list called Quirked Up White Boy is playing a game, and I was just taken aback by Quirked Up White Boy. When the fuck did I add him? I'm laughing at the fact of like, feel sorry now, do you? Well, like I said, it was your own fucking fault. Yes, exactly, exactly. Oh, Coach just got a haircut. I think this is his haircut. Yeah, Coach. Oh, yeah. Yay. Coach at least accepts him. I do miss my brother too, Kwame. I miss Kojo. I want to see more Kojo. I thought it was a PS1 game. I don't know why I thought it was a PS1 game. Shit necklace or shit wristband. Yeah! Josh did nothing wrong. Honestly, based, Josh, based. Don't do it privately. Do it in front of everyone. That's the perfect way to go. Honestly, just trust me, mate. You did nothing wrong there, mate. You did nothing wrong. Right, which fucking which white racer went by on that? Alright, let me just check. How did everyone find the week so far? I'm just checking social media. Alright, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Oh, I didn't mind this so far. This became kind of cool to watch everyone in the chat, honestly. That it was kind of fun. You know, I'm keen to do more of these. I might do a weekly. Well, try and do it weekly if I can. I've no problem. I might do it Monday to Wednesday, or I might watch all three of them back to back. It was nicer watching these with the chat than watching it by myself, because I don't have fun watching the EastEnders by myself, because I find the EastEnders very hard to sit through. I can't describe it. It's just nicer when there's an audience, and then the audience can yell at you and call you horrendous, well, not horrendous things. Everyone here has been nice to me. And the chat can yell at you and be mean to me and Ash. To me, mostly. To Ash, slightly. I did enjoy it, so I will allow everyone right now to give their thoughts. And I will go then afterwards if you want me to go, or I can stay for another few minutes. It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. But yeah, I hope Josh and Oscar are the end goal. That's what I hope. But I don't know how this is going to play out. I personally don't really care how this is going to play out. I've left my fucking bedroom light on. Great. That's just great. But yeah, I've not really got much to add. It was certainly a good chunk of 3 episodes. Yeah. I, I do appreciate everyone who stuck by and who even if you were here for 5 minutes, even if you were for 10 minutes, I appreciate everyone. Um, I do want to thank the moderator as well, Ash. So yeah, but if I had to say anything, definitely better than last week. Chelsea admitting that it's her fault her child got hit has been a highlight for me, because At least you can make you were in the wrong, Chelsea. At least you can do that. Because I wouldn't. Oh, bloody hell. But other highlights for me in these 3 episodes? Well, I would say Josh and Oscar. They've been my favourite. I'm not really keen on either team, but I like to be neutral, or as I always say, gender neutral, because I don't really care for either side. But if I was held at gunpoint and had to pick one side, it's definitely Josh. To quote Kat, it's better to have a choir than it is to have a not choir. So, sorry, that's just how she said it. By the way, I don't know why she put a tang on it, but she put a tang on when she said queer. She said choir. It just sounds like you're trying to say Jamiroquai. Just sounds like you're trying to say his name in an accent. Jamiroquai. You know, the guy who did Virtual Insanity. Oh, you know that guy. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I honestly, it was all right. It was better than last week. What else is to say about these weeks? But I guess. Oh, my camera's flashed again. Let's go. I guess Team Josh is the way to go. Yeah, what if anyone is here? What do people think, and would people like more of these streams? Would people be interested in me doing this? Would people be interested in me making this a weekly thing? Because I can. I would be intrigued if people would want to hear it. And yeah, I do think I have to fix. Do have to fix something later on, but that will be after that. Yeah, I went. I guess what else I can talk about is I went to Burger King. Got a burger and a big cup. Burger King was nice. I will say Burger King was nice. What I've been loving to watch recently is someone doing George Carlin, like did a George Carlin compilation where they put his voice lines dubbed over his lines on Thomas and added like his comedic bits to it. That was just great. That was just great. But yeah, also happy Pride Month. Happy Pride Month to everyone celebrating and everyone not celebrating. And also, yeah, if I do sound like I have a stiffly nose, I do. I do. Let me just take a drink. Oh, God. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, God. Oh, bloody hell. It is what I will say, it is still warm without ring light layering on me. But yeah. Fucking hell. What more can I talk about before I go? I guess I will shout out the fans who were here before I go. So there was Joanne Smith, there was SD Cricket Fan, and I believe Alfie, and I believe Daniel for LFUC and Ash. Yeah. I like I said, I enjoy doing these. I enjoy talking to everyone here. I enjoy lots of things. I guess I will go, and I'll talk to you later on. Bye bye. Bye bye. Oh, okay. E. Graven has chimed in before I was going to go, but anyways, yeah, I'm starting to see the hate between Oscar and Josh. Oh, hello, E. Graven. I've just been sat here for 4 minutes, like, hello, what can I say? I wanted some input on the episodes, but hello. Yeah, I'm starting to see the hate between Oscar and Josh, but in some sense, they don't possess street smarts. Yeah, I am Team Josh and Oscar, though. I was making a bit earlier on, it's not cheating when it's with a gay man, it's not cheating. It's just being honest about who you are. Oh shit, what? No, you didn't come too late. No, you didn't. I was just sat here. I didn't know if I was going to end the stream, but I'm glad to talk. I can still talk if you want to talk. You can tell me anything about the episodes. I don't mind. Any input is good input, I suppose. But yeah, no, I'm a fan of Josh and Oscar. Honestly, I'm still neutral. I don't give a shit about either side. I do prefer, in my eyes, I do prefer Josh and Oscar. But again, I don't really care. But I will defend them. Where's SD Cricket Fan and Luke? I don't know where SD Cricket Fan is. Luke is on holidays. His birthday is Friday, so he's on holidays for the moment. So yeah, but there is Joanne and there is Daniel FC Lewis and Alfie08 somewhere as well in this chat, I presume. Just, popping me on in the background. I think they're going to get a reckoning from Jasmine. Jasmine is going to lob that cake at Oscar, or not Oscar, at Josh, I reckon. And she's going to snap her bracelet, and then we're going to be like, oh no, why'd you snap the bracelet? How dare you snap the bracelet? That was our friendship bracelet that I gave to you 5 seconds ago. How dare you? Some of that shit, some of that nonsense, utter woke nonsense. But again, I don't. It's a storyline that I don't really care for. But if I had to, luckily Jasmine has Zoe, and the Trumans have Josh. She won't. She will go into full meltdown because I feel like this will be another moment where they go, she is a Slater, guys. Remember, she's a Slater now. Do you remember? I feel like that's where things will go. You think the Trumans will back Josh? I think so as well, but I think there will be a bollocking in his way first. I truly think they will stand with him, but they'll obviously go, Josh, why'd you do that? And then stand with him. And it'll be another, oh, will they, won't they? Like, will they be friends or not? But to me, tomorrow's scenes will be them going, she's a Slater, guys. You remember, she's a Slater. Guys, she's a Slater, right? Watch her throw this tantrum, whatever the fucking word is. Max, though, will defend Josh and Oscar. I feel like Max is unapologetically supports the gays, but he doesn't understand how it works. I bet he's accidentally supportive. Like, he's honestly so confused about how, how 2 men could get it on unnecessarily that he just accidentally becomes so supportive. I don't know why. That's just the vibe I get from Max. Like, he's not not closeted, but he's confused, but he knows. Even though one of my favourite gay quotes I've ever heard was there was a gay guy on a podcast saying there was a gay guy on a podcast who was making a joke about an Irish guy. If he had land, sure, if he has land, he has land. Chelsea was fairly strong today. I'm not a fan of hers, but fair play. And if she admitted it was her fault, because I do 100% believe it was her fault. And folks, I'm allowed to believe that I had a terrible mother. SD Cricket Fan has returned. SD Cricket Fan was making a sandwich, I would assume, for themselves. I'm going to make a guess. Oh, they were watching the episode, one or the other. But Max doesn't support Josh and Oscar as much as not supporting Jasmine and Oscar. Yeah. Finally, Chelsea has character development post Grey. Yeah. 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 But again, I truly don't know the direction they're going in. Like, all I know tomorrow is it's going to be a shouting match, and then Jasmine is going to snap her bracelet or something along those lines. Be like symbolic that you've cheated on me with my brother. Oh my golly gee, Jesus. Even though I 100% back Oscar and Josh, because yeah, I see nothing wrong there. They were watching the episode and they decided to fast forward the episode and water the plants instead. That's fair enough. Unless that's an innuendo for you went for a wank over Ravi, then whatever works for you. Zoe, I think, will shout at Max. That's if Max will even show up. Max is not a good dad, lest we forget. He literally broke a vase being, I was going to say pegged. He doesn't even know what pegging is. And he was fucking someone. Like he's not showing up to defend Oscar. Lauren might, but I guess this is another like them going, you really are like Max. You are Max's kid. Ravi wasn't even in this week. Yeah, but they can't be excited over him. Max might care since it's cheating, he gets it. Yeah, no, I understand. I just feel like he wouldn't really give a shit, is what I'm saying. Also, engraving your description of Ben Whiteley's time at EastEnders was incredible, by the way. Yes, I do agree with that. But as I was saying, like, I I just feel like he wouldn't. He'll obviously care in his own way, but he probably doesn't really care. And Oscar has to be friends with Max by the flash forward. Yeah. And somehow Oscar becomes a Truman from the flash forward. So, unless he's with Josh full time, I don't know. But we'll figure that out, I guess, in the new year. Or whenever it develops. What is that? Oh my. Immediately I have pulled a phone charger. Also, have you guys got any theories on the flash forward? I made a I made a joke in the first episode I watched that they were going that wouldn't it be funny if they instead of like they do a fake or instead of Max being married and then flash forward, it's actually Howie and Kim. What E Graven? You're going to be like a spy here. What did Albert Square after Dark do? What was their theory? Just so I can nick it and then change some names and be like, I totally came up with this. Wah ha ha. You know? Ah. I totally came up with this. I totally didn't just steal this from someone. I thought Nigel was in bed with Max. That's the only hot take I had, mate. Well, ST Cricket fan, don't mean to alarm you. Don't mean to alarm you, ST Cricket fan. But have you heard of a thing called necrophilia? I can just almost hear Ash just doing this off camera. I can almost hear it. But have you heard of necrophilia? They said Priya would be the pregnant woman, Cindy would more likely be the bride, and Ravi is the hostage. That is basically what I came up with last week. That Ravi would be the hostage. I don't know about Cindy being the bride. I do wonder how Chelsea and Max end up, because we've seen now that Mark got Max arrested. Why would Mark get Max arrested? For what? For killing Ravi? I'm assuming that's it, for killing him. If I had to make a guess, that Ravi returns and dies, and then just like Nish in 2025, well, you're out doing Nish. I was in here making millions. But just like Nish, he would go on the run and fake his death, or kind of like how Eve did when Ravi tried to hit her, like kill her, but obviously he didn't. Fair point, but if I had to just add to that, my assumption would be that Ravi's mental health declines. I can already hear SD Cricket fan being like, "Oh, imagine Ravi more," but my guess would be his crimes escalate, or like he goes off the deep end again. I don't think Max and Linda is a thing. Yeah, I just hold out for hope of Mick, because I feel like you don't have Linda move on until you have Danny Dyer on your payroll, and then the big shock you do is when Linda goes to move on and marry her new. Because to me, how I would do Mick's return is when Linda is about to move on and marry someone new. Like I would have Mick return, because it'd be that big saving grace moment in my eyes. That's how I would view it, but again, I'm probably wrong. But that's how I would do it. And also, Linda, I think I don't think does her face. She did. She did cheat on Mick a few times. I heard Nicola got the broken leg. She got beef with Chelsea somehow. So this is Chelsea's next 6 months are big. Also, Ethan is Libby's, not Penny's. That is wow. I'm not saying the theory is shit. I'm not saying the theory is shit bad. Oh my god, that is a theory. The baby has to be Penny's. But I could be proven wrong, and I'm glad he will be proven wrong, and I'm screenshotting that and sending that to Ash. Because that is quite the thing. Well, yeah, I know Penny and Chelsea are friends. Well, let me just send this message very quickly. With caps lock on, hold on. One thing they said that they got wrong was the Oscars affair will get revealed on Oscars birthday. Well, I don't. To me, I don't know how you would have stretched that out up until the 24th. Is it? Sorry, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I don't, because I would gladly be proven wrong, but how would you have realistically stretched that out up until Christmas? Hold on, let me go. When the fuck was Oscar born? I need to know now. He was born around Christmas, was he? He was born the 14th of December. He was born the 14th of December. So to me, right, the affair started the minute Josh arrived on the square. So that would have roughly been April. Maybe, yeah, late March, early April. So could you imagine the amount of stalling you would have to do? Imagine the amount of stalling you would have to do to somehow drag that out until fucking Christmas 2026. What the fuck is that name that I've just seen? You know how much Wadey loves the 2000s. Well, yeah. No, 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 no. I know like I know Stacey and Max lasted like from '06 to '07, but at least there was hiccups there. To me, I don't know how. Without like, again, I could be proven wrong, but I just don't know how much it would be to give Oscar and Josh that amount of time. Because to me, I don't know how it would have worked. Because you would have to do a lot of like, oh, I really love you, but I don't, but I do. Ooh, you got a nice ass. You know what I mean. So I'm plus. I feel like it would fall like because I don't know how to describe it, but at least Stacy, when Stacks, as you said, happened, she was introduced in 2004, and Max was introduced in 2006 with Tanya. So at least there was the fact that um like they will how would I put it? So Max was like introduced in '06, and then they established that Christmas, followed up to a year, but at least there was a child being born in there, and there was also what else am I trying to say? And there was also like a marriage, like a wedding in there, and there was introduction of Jack and stuff. So there was like stuff there. I just don't know how you could have possibly stretched it out. They will otherwise. How does Oscar become a Truman? I honestly don't know how he becomes a Truman. I mean, I don't get why Albert Square After Dark protected it. I'm not like discrediting them. I'm just saying like again I'm all for like hearing people's opinions. Like if ASD cricket fan told me today their favourite sandwiches chalk and cheese on toast, like or chalk and cheese sandwich, I'd be like, all right, fair enough. Or the chalk scrapes, fine, whatever. But I'm just saying, I fucking couldn't tell you about that theory. Um, but the first memory was Stacks. Bree from Albert Square After Dark does get a lot of things right, to be fair to her. But she is a woman, and women typically tend to be better at protecting than men. After all, women did create the planet, and after all, Adam is technically trans, because he came from Eve, so technically, women did create everything. So yeah, even my camera's agreeing with me. It's flickering. Just putting it out there. And Ree from Albert Square After Dark does seem like a nice woman. Never interacted with her, never saw any videos she's in, just going to put that out there. I can't wait for it was that bloke, Jack, when he was at the women's podcast and he was just in their not the DMs, in the comment section. Always made me laugh. That's still a memory I hold dearly. I don't think Oscar would have remembered Stacey and Max, because he was born in 2007, so he wouldn't remember the affair. Also, why does Nicola expect George to welcome her back with arms wide open? Sorry, that was just that was just a moment to do Creed. My arms wide open under the sunlight. Sorry. Just never put open arms, because I will just think of Creed. I will just think of the guy from fucking Creed. All I all I hear now is just Nicola trying to do a cover of Creed. It's of Scott Stapp or whatever his name is. That's all I hear now. Uh, Nicola assumes because they have a kid together, George should immediately forgive her. I can understand from both sides because George is mad at her because she didn't tell him. He basically kept her racist because he had money. Even though I do like the theory that he had no money and it was all fake and all. So she kept him there for nothing. she, what the fuck is Nicola's actress's name? Give me a second. Give me a second. Nicola Mitchell. Sorry for my snortily noise. Laura Doddington seems like she could definitely hit the high notes of with arms wide open. Yeah, Laura Doddington. Oh, I'd love to see it. Hold. Fuck it. Where is it? Where is it? Where is this gift? Give me a second. Let me find it. I can't find this fucking gift. Bear with me for a second. Where is it? Where the fuck is it? Why can't I find a clear image of it? Just bear with me for a second. There we go. I have it. I have it. Get Nicola doing this. Get her doing this. Get Lauren Doddington to do this. Get her doing that. Go on, folks. Bet she could fucking nail it. Look at that. Get her fucking doing that. That would be amazing, wouldn't it? Children in need, she starts doing that. That's what we need. That's what we need. I'm sorry it took me so long to find it, but that's what we need. No, for legal reasons I can't play the song. I can't play the song, but I was trying to find the Super Bowl gif because it's just this. It was just because they did the Super Bowl one year, and all I remember is the fact that some bald geezer who was just basically just what I showed you was just doing that, and he was just flying. I don't know why, and I don't know the meaning, and I've never thought of why. Remember when Children in Need did fun EastEnders parodies? They need to do more. Remember they paired Janine Butcher and Steve McDonald, and then Janine Butcher and Eric from EastEnders. I would love them to do Children in Need. Like again, what would I give to have a karaoke night where you have Steve McFadden in character as Phil Mitchell, and Colin Salmon in character as George, doing Fast and because they said they've watched Fast and Furious. What would I give to see them recreating Fast and Furious scenes? Like Tokyo Drift, my favourite Fast and Furious film. If you can't tell by the shirt I wear half the time. just Phil playing Vin Diesel. No, George, I don't got friends. I got family. And then they do the fucking heist scene from Fast 5. Oh, sorry, I'm having too much fun with this. But back to Nicola. Why would she forgive her child with arms wide open? To me, it's because George has practically lost everything. But also, you did admit that you did admit on these episodes that you basically held him. Well, not held him captive, but you put up a racist for money. Which would definitely affect you. To me, at least, it would affect you, but I could be wrong. But also, yeah, I don't know why she thought it would help him. But at least Kojo was accepting of Kwame. So, yeah, at least there was that. Your arms wide open, under the sunlight. But also don't get why Harry's defending Nicola. Will just make stuff worse with Jada. Well, you have to remember he is the son of Nicola, and he is Teddy's only kid. Which is funny when you think about it, because Harry or Barney is Zach's, and baby Ivy is George's. So 3 different dads. Let's go. Half brother, and a half sister. Let's go. But I honestly don't know why. I don't know why she thought he would forgive her. I don't know why she thought he'd forgive. Yeah, I don't understand it. So Zach still needs a lot to be redeemed. I mean, yeah, I also find it funny, right? I understand it's a soap, right? But I find it funny that oh, give me a second. Now Ross is like, to me, it's funny that Ross found out that his best man shagged his missus and was having an affair behind his back, and then beats the shit out of him, but he still shows up to the afters of the wedding. I've just found out. We're not supposed to feel sorry for Zach. We're not. Well, from my understanding, we're not supposed to feel sorry for him. He went from mid to just plain unlikable, though. Why did they show him look into the canal? Or he meant to feel sorry for him? I think we're supposed to empathise with the fact that he's lost everyone, and everyone he loves hates him. Or everyone he has shagged hates him. Like the fact of the only person he's got is Sharon. Whereas Sharon has Michelle, has Vicky, sometimes Zach, has Mark to an extent. Like, if like that's how I see it. I also don't know if Mark is technically considered a brother with Sharon or not. I know he's technically the son of Grant, but no, he wouldn't, because Michelle didn't adopt Sharon, so no, I guess you wouldn't. I guess you would be half brother, I guess. Zach has the Slaters. Yeah, yeah, but that's like me saying I was in a Quentin Tarantino film because I was an extra. You know, I was in a Quentin Tarantino movie. I don't know why he came to mind. I think he's the feet guy. It's like me saying I was in a movie with Scorsese and I was just an extra. Like I can't really claim it. Mark is a brother of Vicky, who's a sister of Sharon. Yeah, right. Okay. You're here. Okay, SD Cricket fan, welcome back. But I honestly, I, I don't think he has the Slaters because they're distant from him. Because it's basically like paying for to be friends with someone. It's basically that, because he's being paid by the Slaters, so he's basically just like, all right. But that's just how I see it. That he's sort of being paid like to be friends with the Slaters, because the Slaters are paying. I'm gonna put it. He thinks he's friends with the Slaters because they pay him, but he's not. Also, Ian, I feel so sorry for Ian actually being likable, impossible. I feel sorry for Ian as well. I understand the law is the law, but he generally didn't mean to hit a child. Like, I understand you'd be outrageous or outright, you would be mad at him, but at the same time, he didn't mean to hit him. Is Ravi and Zach still friends? Yes, but again, SD Crick fan, hold off on answering this. Again, Ravi is gone off the deep end. He's not there. He's left for now. so he's not here. So unless they Zoom every Thursday or Discord, he's not really a friend, I guess. He's a distant friend, I would guess. But yeah, Zach's only friend is his actual sister, which is mental. But how the fuck he keeps a job is beyond me. But I do love Zach. I do like Zach, even though I do find it funny. Like I find it funny. But Zach still won't sleep at Priya for now. Oh shit! Sorry. Well, I'm just gonna turn off the camera very quickly. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. All right. That's my chair rocking. I'm not doing anything dodgy. I am back. I am back. Yeah, he won't sleep at Priya for now, but he will eventually, probably. Yeah, I it's interesting to see where they will go with this dynamic, though. But I do hold out the fact that Ravi might be the gunman. He will be presumed dead by October, if I had to guess. And just like Nish, he would go on the run. Or he will do something along those lines, because I feel like you wouldn't make a big deal out of him having a mental health storyline and then not presume the fact that he's gone off the deep end, finding out that his girl has moved on and he's desperate to keep her together. Like, to me, the ideal final scene for Ravi, which I know sounds depressing, but if he is the good. What? Remember when Reddit had a meltdown, EastEnders staff had a computer with a co-pilot tab on the search bar? What is a co-pilot tab? Hold on. The fuck's a co-pilot tab? Anyways, yeah, to me, the final scene of Ravi is when he's holding Max or Lauren and Oscar hostage, if he is the one holding them hostage. The ideal ending for me is the fact that they get Priya, and Priya and Mark go there, and then as Ravi is slowly mentally out of it, Priya says, "You have a kid," but he is dead. His last words he's been told is, "You have a child," and it's his child. Would be my guess, but again, for all I know, fucking Howie could be the fucking man with the gun. To me, it makes sense to have Ravi. Because again, why would you have a big focus on doing a mental health storyline and not have him rebound after finding out the fact that his girl has moved on and he's jealous of it? Even though he wanted it, but he still secretly likes her and he hasn't moved on because he's stuck in the past. That's just my guess. Again, I know people might be different to that. That's just how I see it. Yeah, anything else you lads want to say? I'm just going to, do some stuff here. I'm just removing stuff, don't mind me. I'm sorry I'm gone black for a second. I will be back in a second. Just doing this now while I wait. Actually, what is this screenshot? Oh, never mind that. I'm just here. What is this? Oh, never mind that. I'm just removing stuff. Just bear with me. Just bear with me for a second while I do this. We'll resume in a second. I will turn my camera back on in a second. I'm just clearing out the rubbish. Oh, clearing out the rubbish. I'm deleting half the fucking stuff I have on my bloody thing. What is this? Alright, what is this? Anyways, I'm back. Sorry about that. I was just clearing out the fucking thing. Yeah. If Howie is the hostager, it won't happen. But imagine if he still had beef with Oscar. I mean, Oscar inadvertently sort of led to the death of Anthony Truman. Did he really though? Did he really? Did he really? But I might just leave it there. It's nearly 9 o'clock. So I'm probably going to go and lie down now. But I will talk to everyone later on. I do appreciate you sticking by. And yeah, I will see you later on. Bye bye. Bye bye.